What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So, I've been hammered with questions today about the new auction house changes, what I think about it, what people should do, and all of that. So, I figured it would be best to make a video and explain this from my point of view. And it's gonna be interesting to see how people take this video because I got a way more positive view on the auction house changes than you might think, and that probably you share, right? So I'm gonna explain why that is and everything, like all my thoughts on the new auction house. I also want to mention and say a big thank you to everyone that has picked up the 0 to 10 million gold guy lately. Insane support for quite the time right now. So if you guys don't have it yet, make sure you use code Dragonflight and you get it for 50% off. So this is the gold guide that I've been developing for over 2 years now. The people that bought it 2 years ago are still getting every single update for free. So for instance, when Dragonflight comes out, I'm updating the book with the best Dragonflight gold farms and shipping out that version for free to all the people that have already bought the book. So make sure to check it out. It's linked down below in the description. So first of all, is the question what is my general opinion about the auction house change? And it's definitely positive. And I'm going to try to explain why that is. Firstly, as a gold maker, you can't really determine everything that's going on in the game, right? So you gotta adapt and find ways to make gold. So the only thing that you should be begging for is for the game itself to be good, so a lot of people can play. If you have a lot of people enjoying the game and playing the game, you have just a field in front of you of potential buyers, right? And I honestly think that the auction house changes now with all the materials and commodities being region wide is a good change for the average guy, right? I'm not talking about gold makers, right? But the average guy likes this. They will be able to buy their materials cheaper. They will always be on the auction house. And even the people that play with their friends on completely dead realms won't have any issues selling their materials. So that's a good thing. There's more people playing the game. So there's more potential buyers of whatever you end up farming or crafting and you want to sell, right? It's also good for people doing crafted transmog or crafting current content. They can buy stuff cheaper and then sell it for bigger profit margins, especially something like crafted transmog where people are too lazy to start with crafted transmog because it is time investment and gold investment. So the people that already have it set up or the few dedicated people that go for it will just make more gold on it. So that's my general opinion about the auction house changes. When it comes to prices right now, it's messed up. I mean, TSM is messed up. The auction house is lagging. It's disconnecting you. You can barely post. So we can't really look at that right now. We just have to assume that that will be fixed and the auction house will function as normal. Now, the prices. I said this a billion times before the changes came in. People will panic and they will panic sell. And it creates a chain effect. Like when you go on the auction house after day one, it's patch time. The auction house is now region wide on materials, and you see this volatile fire at 5 gold. Maybe it was 10 gold when you logged on. Then it's 9. Then it's 8. Right? What do? Well, most people will just put all their mats on the auction house and sell it before it goes down even more. Right? And that creates a chain effect of people just undercutting each other. Everyone is just struggling to get out, to get rid of their mats before it's too late because the world is burning down. Like shit hits the fan. However, what's going to happen is two things. Eventually, people with a lot of gold, like myself, we buy out all the materials because it doesn't make sense that volatile fire is now 5 gold, when before the patch, the region sales average was 25 gold. It doesn't make sense, right? It's bound to go up. And second of all, people that would normally farm these materials, they will no longer farm the materials because they take a look at the prices and they're like, shit, I will barely make any gold per hour doing this farm. So there won't be any new materials supplied on the auction house, but you will still have the same demand, if not even more, because more people are getting into crafting right? So eventually, the auction house will have a higher demand than supply, and prices will go back up and they will stabilize, right? Now, there is a wild card, and that is the bots, right? There's so many bots in the game, but they only target specific farms. Like, one example is Fell Iron. Fell Iron has been heavily bought in the past. It's heavily bought now because it also gives you primals and so on. So it's going to be interesting to see if the bots can deliver the supply, like a higher supply than demand by themselves. If that's the case, which it might as well be, then sure, like that material is out of the question. It's going to be no good. It really won't. So I truly believe that no one should be selling their materials at below region average prices. Like some of these prices are stupidly low. We see this as well when there's like a new expansion. People pick up skinning, mining, and herbalism, and they gather materials while leveling, and then prices just go straight down to the bottom because no one actually needs the items that the materials can craft yet. They're still leveling. But as soon as the majority of people get to max level and the items are getting crafted, prices, boom, go sky high because of the demand, right? So, I genuinely think that this is a positive change for the game. I don't think that people should be selling any materials because prices are going down. Just wait it out. See what happens with the prices. It's not like you're going to lose a lot of gold because a lot of materials can't really go down any longer. And over on NA, there's certain materials that have already started to stabilize. Another thing to keep in mind is the auction house is slow, it's buggy, you're going to get screwed by people taking advantage of that. There's so many people doing this. They post Volatile Fire for 5 gold, it's set to 0 right now, you can't even buy this one out. But when you go in the auction house and you want to sell your material, it wants to post it for 5 gold. And people do this, right? They don't, like if you post this for 21, it's going to sell. There's no need. Like, this is obviously a bug. It's not supposed to be like this because you can't buy out that Volatile Fire. There's 0 of them, right? But the game wants you to post it for 5 gold. And it's like that on most materials right now. So be careful. Like, obviously, the average price for Volatile Water in the region is now 30 gold, which is pretty damn decent, right? But there's a lot of people burning themselves on posting for the lowest auctions, which is bugged at 0 right now. So I'm not sure if I cleared up everything in this video. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. And please tell me your opinion on it, because I know that there's been a lot of negativity in the gold making community about the changes. I don't just want to be a sheep and go with the flow. I always want to be transparent, and I honestly think that this is a good change. I like any change in the game. It's interesting, it's fun, it makes us have to think differently, right? So for me, gold making is fun. I don't need the gold that I'm making. I have enough gold. I just think it's fun. So any change for me, absolutely great. And if it helps the average Joe that plays WoW and they're enjoying the change, that's even better. More people will like this change than dislike this change, in my opinion. But that was pretty much it for today's video. So thank you all so much for watching. A big thank you to the YouTube members. And I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.